big deal. This is a big deal. And I'm so excited that y'all came out to celebrate with us. I'm just going to say a couple things, and I'm going to turn it over to our Commissioner, Ronnie Jenkins. And then I think we can open it up to if anybody wants to say a couple of words, you're more than welcome. Like I said, this is a big deal. I got a whiteboard in my office, and I used to have a quote on there, but I got erased when the guys were doing hurricane predictions. But there was a quote on there for the movie Draft Day. And if you ever saw that movie, there's a line in there that Jennifer Gardner says to Kevin Costner's character. He said, sometimes the correct path is the tortured one. And I have no doubt that we are on the correct path, and we have been for 9 years. And yes, I wouldn't say that we've been tortured, but we've had challenges, but we've overcome them. And that's because of everybody here who has supported this project. I want to say thank you to all the employees, because sometimes with a cloud of adversity, they always showed up. They were always professional. They did their jobs. And so they helped getting through these challenges bearable for me anyway.
Yes. Yeah.
And then finally, I just want to say thank you to my wife, Tammy, because she has helped me get through this. She is my anger manager. So thank you, babe. So I'll turn it over to our Commissioner, Ronnie Jenkins.
Good morning. Come on, I can hear better than that. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning to each of you. First of all, we're happy to be here today as we prepare to take the shovel here, put it in the ground, put our foot here, and start digging. This has been a long time coming, and we'll finally have made it at this point. At this time, I'd like to recognize some of our important guests or our guests. First, we'd like to start with the town of Leland. In the town of Leland, we have Mr. Bob Campbell. Mr. Campbell. Okay, Mr. Campbell is over here. Next, we have the town of Belville, Mayor Allen. And from the town of Belville, we also have Morgan Mailer, if I get that right. And we also have Mr. Charles Boss. Mayor Allen, we'd like to thank you for allowing this plant to be built in the town of Belville. Even though we're in the countryside, but it's still in the town of Belville. We'd like to thank, let's give Mayor Allen a big hand for allowing us to put this in the town of Belville. Next, we have from our past board, we have first of all Mr. Carl Antos. Mr. Carl Antos from our past board, will you please stand or raise your hand? You're standing. Raise your hand. We have Mr. Bill Browning over to my left, and his lovely wife, Ms. Brenda Browning. We also have Mr. Paul Butler. Mr. Butler, Mr. John Crowder, and absent, I haven't seen Mr. Bobby Johnson nor Jeff Gaskell. If they're here, please raise your hand. Okay, next, we don't have any representatives from the State Department. Do we have anyone from the State Department? We also have from the Wooten Company. Where's Wooten? Okay. Mr. What's your name, Mr. Wooten? I'm
Carl.
Sorry. Carl, hey. Okay, from the Wooten Company.
I've got a whole bunch of them over there.
Okay, and also his entourage is located here. Would you like to call their names out so that they can be recognized?
Sure. There's Charlie right there. There's Chris, Don, and Eric.
Okay, did I omit anyone else? From our present board, we have Mr. Bill Bitt. We have Mr. Barry Laub. We have Mr. Steve Hosmer. We also have Rodney McCoy. Those are the guys that are going to see that this particular project actually come to fruition. Now, when we go back and take a look at this project started many years ago, there's been some ups and downs. There's been some sideways, some crossways, and some whatever you want to call it that's taken place along the way. But let me tell you something. It's important that you stand tall until you reach the end. And we have stood tall until we reach the end. Now, And Barry doesn't have to say very much because the two of us are standing tall as we can be. Thank you, Barry. But we have come a long ways, and hopefully this plant will be built. Look at the bulldozer in behind me, the backhoe. In a few days, that backhoe is going to be at work. That backhoe is going to be digging foundation. It's going to be putting, not only digging foundation, but helping to square off the place that this building is going to go. Folks, we here at H2Go, the board here at H2Go is very proud of the progress that we've made. We'd also like to thank our CEO. We'd like to thank him for the job and his staff has done to help put this together. Okay, if other commissioners would like to say something at this time, we have Mike. And thank you very much.
Most of you know that I'm from New York, so if I say good morning, y'all, you going to say good morning to me or not? No, I guess not. First of all, I am humbled to be part of the group of individuals starting in 2013. Is that correct, Paul? About 2013, when this brainstorm of having a reverse osmosis plant processing clean aquifer water delivered to 28,000 people first germinated. And it's had a rough road. And it's had a rough road even in the last 8 months. But we got beyond something this spring when we finally closed out that court case. And one of the neat things about what we're doing right now is that, as they say in the carnival barkers, they say, everybody's a winner. Well, everybody is a winner. First of all, the town of Belville finally got rid of having to hold on those assets for us. And so I know they're glad about that. The town of Leland put out a press release after the court case was finally over and announced that they had won because the assets were being returned by the town of Belville to H2Go so that H2Go could go ahead and complete the plant. And of course, all of the customers of Brunswick County, all of the customers of H2Go in Brunswick County are the winners, and they're the ultimate winners because they will be getting in, say, 14, 15 months, clean, industrial, contaminant-free aquifer water. We will be the only utility in Brunswick County doing that. And by the way, the Brunswick County one also, because they need 20% less processing, because we're going to be delivering the water to 28,000 people. So it seems like this is something where everybody has won, and in particular, those folks that have shepherded this process until Barry and I got on, and we started working with the existing commissioners to complete the legal unentanglements, and then to complete the restart of the plant. All those people today are huge winners. And again, I know people have said this before, but I want to thank them in particular because they dreamed of this. They took the rough path at the beginning. They countered resistance, and they kept the faith. And then finally to Bob Walker and his team, the entire staff of H2Go, when things were really tough, when looking forward to having commissioners come visit H2Go was not really looking forward to it. When the vision of us being able to complete the plant was sketchy at best, they kept the faith, they kept the utility running, and they were ready when we cleared the legal hurdles to go back to work. And so here we are, ready to break ground. You don't want to hear all the little odds and ends that went on since Barry and I got elected. What you want to know is that today we break ground, and in a year and a couple of months, 28,000 people can stop worrying about what's in their water. Thank you very much.
I apologize, but I do want to point out that the First Bank has stepped up to the plate. Do that right there.
Yeah.
It's always nice when a local business is assisting with a local project. So thank you, First Bank, for stepping up and helping us out. Thank you.
me, my commissioners, and the town of Belville. I was happy when the H2Go came over to us about buying property in our town to build this RO plant and put their facilities. And then, you know, it's been a hard struggle to get to this day, but it's been well worth it because we had an overdriving thing because we knew the contamination in the water and the issues that were coming up, that we had to have an alternative water source and a system to make sure that we got clean drinking water to the people. And my overdriving concern was the people of Belville and the other people on the water system, that we could get the cleanest, safest water to drink that we possibly could. So for the commissioners of H2Go, and this day, I said it took 2 years of struggle to get here, but we're here. And I am very happy about it because I kept a promise that I made to the people of my town, that they wanted clean, safe water in their pipelines coming into their homes, them and their children, and that day's here. Like again, I want to commend the staff of H2Go, the staff of my town for staying with it, and everybody's been a part of this whole project. I look forward again to being here today when this plant is completed and that they turn the valves on and the water starts flowing. So thank all of you, thank everybody that's been a part of this. Mr. Ronnie Jenkins, he and I have been friends a very long time, and he has been a co-partner in this all the way from beginning to this day. So H2Go, Mr. Chairman, thank you, and I'm looking forward to being here when it's complete.
Thank you, Mayor Allen. This item from the town chief, Laub cost. Campbell, sorry.
All right, good morning. As a representative of the town of Leland, I'm filling in for Mayor Bozeman, who has problems with the dead home and had to ask for a replacement, so here I am. But from the town of Leland, we want to say thank you for everything that's been going on. Like most everybody has said, it's been a long struggle. We have gotten through it. We look forward to working with everybody concerned to get the water and the quality water that the folks in Leland, Belville, surrounding areas are looking for, hoping for. We hope from the town standpoint that, you know, Mr. Browning said he had a quote on his board. I used to have one too that said, it's better to do more than you promise than promise more than you do. And I look forward to this being a completed promise, and I wish everybody well and congratulations. Thank you.
Notice we can see eye to eye. He doesn't understand. I look up to him. You know, can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. There's an old saying, and that is adversity brings opportunity. And H2Go has had its share of adversity. I'm here because the voting public asked for this to be done. So in the last election, I was fortunate enough to be one of the selectees. This has always been about what's right for the customers and what they wanted in this area. That was our mandate. That is our mandate. Nothing will stand in the way of that, no matter what comes our way. Our staff is spectacular. Our executive director is spectacular. The support families are spectacular. The vision of the prior board members also gave us this mandate. So what I'd like to say is that every single person who is here has been the encouragement for us not to give up, for us to make sure that this day happens.
And in 15 months or so, this area has Aquifer-Sourced, pristine water coming through their pipes. And we won't be done. We'll still be doing what is necessary to keep and make the customers happy. So I want to thank everybody for being here, and let's just keep on fighting. Thank you.
To me, this system brings two things to this area. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yep.
One is the health and safety of our residents. The last 3 years, you heard the bad news about Gen X, PFOA, PFAS, and it's only gotten worse. It's going to be so nice for me to have my grandkids that can actually drink tap water. Number two is economics. If I was anybody that had a business on this side of the river, I would put on my advertising every time about us having clean, pristine, healthy water. So I'm looking forward to those two big, enormous benefits that we're going to have toward the end of next year. And thank you very much.
Okay, so the program is, what we like to do is to get everybody to fan out in this area. There's some blue markers out there to help guide you socially distanced. We've got Austin here with flight imaging that's going to take a drone photo of everybody. So if you get out there and you get it near or on a blue circle, just face the cone over here, and then we'll get set up for the groundbreaking ceremony.
Got one thing to recognize our legal team, Steve Coble. Thank you so much, Mr. Coble. Thank you.